time for Angels Spring Training Baseball this afternoon from the ballpark at Camelback Ranch in Glendale, Arizona. It's the Angels and the Chicago White Sox. Hi, everybody. This is Terry Smith along with Jose Mota. Our pleasure to be with you here on this Monday for Cactus League Baseball. Things winding down for the Angels right now, Jose. One thing we're still also waiting to wind down is the trade of Vernon Wells to the Yankees.
Well, it seems like things are really going in the right direction because once your teammates start complimenting you as a great former teammate, that's Trumbull, that's Trout complimenting Vernon Wells. And once there's news, and even in Yankee clubhouse, that they're going to welcome a Vernon Wells, well, it seems like things are going exactly where the Angels and the Yankees need to go with this one. Now, his quote yesterday, my offseason was geared to getting back to what I was doing, to getting my swing back to where it's supposed to be. When I can do that, I can still put up the numbers that I'm supposed to be putting up. And Terry, it did not hurt at all that Vernon Wells put himself in a good position to get traded, or at least to be considered to get traded, because he played so well in the outfield. He drove the ball very well and never complained about what his role is going to be heading into the season with the Angels.
All right, Jose. Well, with Vernon Wells apparently gone, let's kind of shape up things as far as the Angels outfield.
Well, there's some guys that never had to worry about anything, but it's good to see the guys now know that the roles are a little bit more defined. Mike Trout knows he's going to be playing some center field and some left field, and he's doing a great job hitting over 380. Peter Borges has really picked it up, and Peter Borges is not affected at all by this trade. He knows he's a commanding center fielder the Angels need. And Mark Trumbull, even though his spring numbers are not as solid as expected, we know once the bell rings, because of the things he's been doing here the last week, he's going to be just fine number-wise. Josh Hamilton, adjustment for him, going to right field. These guys know it's going to be a matter of complimenting each other. And in this whole group, too, keep in mind that especially with Trumbull and with Hamilton, well, there's going to be some de-aging time, too, for those guys. And Cole Calhoun, versatile, a guy that can help you run, catch a ball, throw the ball, and, of course, being a guy off the bench with a good presence.
And you can see the numbers for all of those players that we've been talking about. This is a very important week, obviously, for the Angels and other teams, obviously, here in Arizona. It's cut-down week. Only 3 games remain for the Angels, and some jobs are on the line right now, Jose.
Oh, there's a great time about, this time of spring training. When you're still around, that means you have a chance. And guys like J.B. Shuck, who now has put himself in the picture, Terry, I want to say maybe as a wild card. He's played very good for the Angels as an outfielder. Luis Jimenez, right-handed bat off the bench. He could begin the season with the Angels. Hancock, even though he has not thrown well, is getting a little bit better, and he continues to swing the bat. I still like to see a little bit more out of Chris Snyder from the defensive side, even though he is a soft receiver and a good thrower, but I still don't see him right in sync right now where he is. And Kevin Jeffson's going to be throwing today, Terry, and Kevin Jeffson needs to answer a question to Mike Scioscia. Am I ready to be that guy is going to bridge the gap to get from the middle relief guy to Ernesto Frieri, because he has not pitched a whole lot here in the spring.
Jose, that first guy you mentioned, J.B. Shuck, I have kind of a soft spot for him. He's a Buckeye, and hey, a couple years ago when he was with the Astros, he hit 272 in the big leagues. All right, let's focus in on the Angels rotation. Today we thought we were going to see Tommy Hanson against the White Sox. He'll pitch tonight in a AAA game. We'll see A.J. Schugel. How does the rest of the rotation shape up?
Well, right now it's all leading to what? The big man opening day. Hanson tonight, as you mentioned, Schugel starting, and then we'll see Weaver, Wilson, Blanton, Vargas, and of course those last 3 games mean exhibition games back in LA, and certainly the Angels will be ready to go with Weave on the mound in Cincinnati.
So A.J. Schugel will be a surprise starter, if you will, for the Angels. We saw him once earlier this spring on the hill, did a pretty good job.
Yeah, he's got that sinker ball, the curveball. Once he settled down after the first outing, first inning, he has been the guy the Angels have predicted he could become.
So it's the Angels and the Chicago White Sox. Time is winding down here in Arizona for the Halos. We'll have the lineups. We'll have the start of today's game. It's coming up next on Fox Sports West.
Camelback Ranch here in Glendale as we get you set for the Angels and the White Sox. I'm Michael Lees. Time now to take a look at the lineups we'll see from both of these teams today as we wind down Cactus League play. Let's start with the Angels lineup. Took a 5-4 loss yesterday to the Giants, but they did bang out 12 hits. And the regulars all up and down that lineup. And this might be the lineup we see for the majority of the season. Albert Pujols went 2 for 2 yesterday. Josh Hamilton drove in 2, and Mark Trumbo went 2 for 5. That's pretty good production from the middle of that lineup. And again, so far during Cactus League play, when the regulars are out there, the offense has been pretty free-flowing. And you see Peter Borges down there at the bottom of the lineup again for the Angels. He's hitting .333 this spring, along with 2 home runs. So a lot of production coming from the bottom of the lineup right now with Peter Borges out there in center field. And that's why the team was able to be in talks with the Yankees about trading Vernon Wells. Peter Borges seems to be cementing himself in that center field spot for the Angels coming out of Cactus League play. And as Terry and Jose mentioned earlier, no Tommy Hanson today. Instead, we're going to have A.J. Schugel going to the mound for the Halos. Let's take a look at the lineup that he will face from the Chicago White Sox. And if you remember anything about Chicago, they can score runs as they did last year. Take a look at the heart of that lineup. Pretty similar with Adam Dunn, Paul Konerko in the spring. Adam Dunn's hitting .217 with 3 home runs. Pretty much sounds like his regular season numbers. How about Paul Konerko at the DH spot? Continues to put up production. .364 so far this spring with 5 home runs. But don't forget about Gordon Beckham down there at the bottom of that lineup for the White Sox as well. He's hitting .290 so far this spring with 3 home runs and 10 runs driven in. He'll be at second base today. So again, Halos looking to get back in the win column after that 5-4 loss yesterday to the Giants. We'll see A.J. Schugel take the mound against the White Sox here in Glendale. When we return, let's send it right upstairs for the call of the game to Terry Smith and Jose Mota.
And we'd like to welcome those of you who are viewing the game today on Fox Sports West. Terry Smith along with Jose Mota. We're just moments away from the start of the ball game. The lineup cards have already been exchanged. The umpires have gathered at home plate. They're still there. As far as the umpires today, Patrick Mahoney will be calling balls and strikes. We'll have Adrian Johnson, Angel Campos, and Adam Amari, the umpires on the bases. The dimensions here at the ballpark at Camelback Ranch in Glendale. Down the left field side, it's 345. Likewise in right field, dead center 410. And the alleys go about 385 out in left center and right center. The Angels will be wearing their red tux today as they do in the Cactus League. They have on the gray pants. And the White Sox, they have on the black tops and the white pants. Their starting pitcher today, Gavin Floyd, who's been one of the anchors in their rotation now for a number of years. He will be getting the start, and this will be his 4th here this spring. He's 1-1 with a 4.61 ERA. And A.J. Schugel will get the start for the Angels. He's up from minor league camp as the Angels have decided to pitch Tommy Hanson later tonight, a 6 o'clock AAA game here in the Valley. As far as the records for the two teams this spring, well, the Angels have a record of 7-17-4. And the White Sox this spring, they are just a little bit under 500. Their record is 11-12-3. Mike Trout will lead things off. Jose Mota is alongside. And Jose, we are certainly winding things down here in Arizona. After this ball game, the Angels will have a game tomorrow night against Arizona, and then the final Cactus League game here in Arizona will be on Wednesday at home in Tempe against the Texas Rangers.
Yeah, you're talking from a hitter's perspective. This is where you know the guy on the mound is going to be able to go after and face you 2 or even up to 3 times, depending on how long, obviously, you play. But it's good to get into a sequence and into a pattern as to how the pitcher approaches you early, how he approaches you with men in scoring position, how he varies his move with the threat of running at first base with the base stealers and all of that stuff that goes into play when you know you're going to have prolonged outings as a player, especially as a position player here in spring training. The outfielders, who are they? Who might you challenge early in the game? All those things go into play now, and it's good to see, a well-played game yesterday up to the 6th inning. All those things coming into play, and hopefully the Angels will be able to keep incorporating a lot of those offensive schemes here throughout this game.
Angels coming off a tough loss yesterday as they were beaten in Tempe by the world champion Giants. The final was 5-4. As far as the White Sox yesterday, their ball game, they also lost. They were beaten by Kansas City here in Glendale by the final of 8-2. So we are just about set for baseball. Mike Trout gets set to lead it off for the Angels. Trout is hitting .383 this spring. Ready is Floyd, the game's first pitch. That one's right in there for a called strike. We're underway. The count 0-1. 81 degrees at game time here on a beautiful Monday afternoon for baseball in Arizona. Here's the next pitch, and that one misses low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count.
Gavin Floyd has been throwing the ball well for the White Sox, and his numbers indicate his power. Breaking ball is here, even with the thin air and the challenges of pitching here in Arizona. He's piled up some strikeouts, has been able to keep his velocity up, and he's fine-tuning.
Right-hander is set. Here's the next pitch. That one is a called strike on Trout. He was bluffing bunt, so he's in the hole. It's now 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, you don't see Trout bunt for a base hit a whole lot, but that 1-1 pitch got him by surprise. He was actually trying to bunt there for a base hit.
So 1-2 is the count. Here's the next delivery, and he waves at that one and misses it. Struck him out. That was a pitch low and away that Trout went after, so he's retired. That's the game's first out. And here is Eric Ibar, the Angels switch hitting shortstop.
That was a perfectly executed breaking ball throughout the whole at bat. Floyd hit nothing but the corners against Mike Trout, who seems a little confused out there in that dugout as he's heading back. He's trying to see if somebody's trying to call him or call his attention or something.
Here's the first one on Ibar, and it's kind of a slap bunt right back to the mound, though, fielded by the pitcher Floyd, and he will throw him out. That was not a good bunt right back to the pitcher, and that's the second out.
That's a bunt Ibar tried to push by the pitcher, by the third baseman, and into the shortstop area.
So here's Albert Pujols. This lineup the Angels are using is the identical lineup that we saw the Angels use yesterday against the Giants. And this is pretty much the set lineup. Although when the Angels start the season, they'll be playing National League rules in Cincinnati, so the pitcher will have to bat. So that'll change up this lineup, which includes a DH, and Pujols is in that role today. First one is in there for a strike on Albert. Floyd is ready. Here comes his next pitch. Grounded sharply and through the left side. He bounced it in between Keppinger and Ramirez. And Albert Pujols has the game's first hit. 2-out single here in the top of the first inning.
Albert came into this game hitting the ball very well. And his average is just an indication of how much he's been scoring the ball. Gets right on top of this one. 353 average. This is only the 13th game that he plays. And it seems like he's always hit well here in this ballpark against the White Sox or against the Dodgers.
So the batter now is the Angels right fielder Josh Hamilton. Josh had a couple of hits for the Angels yesterday against the Giants, and he takes a first pitch fastball outside. Hamilton, the cleanup batter, and the power of the lineup. It's brought to you by Loan Mart. Need cash fast? If you have a car that's paid off or almost paid off, get $2,500 to $50,000 today with a quick and easy car title loan. Call 1-800-LOAN-MART today. Here's the 1-0. Drilled into center field, a low liner that falls in for a base hit. So back-to-back 2-out hits by Pujols and Hamilton, and Mark Trumbo will step up trying to keep this inning alive.
So 2 quick outs with the speedsters, and then the sluggers come aboard and start smoking the ball. That's a way of keeping the inning alive by Pujols with a good at-bat. Same thing for Josh Hamilton. It's something Mike Scioscia hopes to see a lot this year, Terry, is, you know, the ability so many guys have to keeping inning alive in the top, in the middle, and the bottom of a lineup to give the following hitters a chance to put you on the board.
So Trumbo stepping up. Mark here in the Cactus League hitting .267. And last year, during the regular season, he finished up at .268. So he's right around where he was all last year, although he's yet to show much power here in Arizona. He's yet to hit a home run. Here's the pitch, and the first one comes in and misses inside. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Looked like Flowers and Floyd got a little crossed up on that pitch.
Yeah, Patrick Mahoney took the brunt of that one. Hopefully he's fine behind the plate. Another issue that happens here in this ballpark early is the glare. It is extremely bright. And I've heard hitters complain about it. Also, the hitter's eye is one where you can actually see through. It is not really dark, and a lot of guys have told me the outside corner, especially right-handers, it's tough to pick up the baseball.
Yeah, it's kind of a mesh hitter's eye out there beyond the wall and straightaway center. 1-0 is the count. Trumbo waits the next pitch, and here it comes. He chops that one foul over by the White Sox on deck circle. The White Sox share this facility with the Dodgers, so there's a game here pretty much every day, either a White Sox home game or a Dodger home game.
You recall that game we had here against the Dodgers, and Clayton Kershaw struck out 7 batters in like 3 innings, and every fastball away was taken for a strike.
Yeah.
And he and A.J. Ellis pretty much use it all day long.
1-1. There's a pitch that misses low. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. White Sox last year, they finished in 2nd place in their division, the AL Central, and they led that division most of the year. In fact, they were in 1st place for over 100 days in the AL Central a year ago, but faltered down the stretch. Here's the pitch, and that one is waved and missed. So Trumbo now at the count 2-2. He steps out of the batter's box to kind of collect his thoughts after missing that last pitch.
For Gavin Floyd, he's had a couple of right-handers that have not reached that pitch at 2-2. I'm guessing he'll do it again. That's how he's been piling up a lot of strikeouts here this spring.
2-2, 2 on, 2 outs. Next pitch, and it's waved at and missed. He got him with a breaking ball, struck him out, and that will end the inning. Pair of strikeouts for Floyd. Angels had a mild threat here in the top of the first. No runs, couple hits, no errors, 2 runners left. We head to the bottom of the first inning. There is no score on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of Angels Baseball. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball. Angels with opening day a week away. Angels will get things going on April the 1st against the Cincinnati Reds. That ball game next Monday, 1 week from today. So here we go to the bottom of the first, and the first batter up, the center fielder Alejandro Diaza, and the first pitch on its way. He takes that one low for the ball to count 1 ball, no strikes. Diaza hitting .292 this spring. Here's the next delivery, and he checks on that one. That pitch in there for a called strike. It'll be Diaza, followed by Ramirez and Keppinger against A.J. Schugel. 23-year-old right-hander, 5'11", 185-pounder. Next delivery, and that one is waved at and missed, so he's quickly in front of him. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Schugel beginning his 4th pro season. He had a very good ERA last year. In fact, the best in the Texas League, in the AA Texas League last year, 2.89. He was a starting pitcher, and he misses a little bit low with that sinker. That was a close pitch. Will set up the Angels defensively after the 2-2 on Diaza. And here it comes from Schugel. Grounded on the right side of the infield. It's stopped there by Trumbo. He flips to Schugel, and he easily beats Diaza to the bag, and that'll be the first out. So a 3-1 ground out. Alexi Ramirez, the shortstop for the White Sox, will be the next batter. Around the infield, Jose, the Angels have Trumbo playing first, Kendrick at second, Callaspo at third, and Ibar at short. Trout is in left, Borges is in center, Hamilton in right, Iannetta catching, Pujols DHing, and Schugel pitching.
Well, it's good to get the young player involved in that first play of the game.
There's a pitch in there for a called strike.
Especially if it are balls. It's ground ball, which is what he does best, throwing strikes. And getting a left-handed hitter to roll over.
Schugel had made 2 appearances for the Angels this spring. They were both in Tempe. One as a starter, one as a reliever. And that one's fouled off on the right side, backing out of play.
Oh, a pretty good fastball there inside on Alexi Ramirez. Schugel had that first start where pretty much was a surprise to everybody, including himself, early in camp. And then give up a couple of runs, first inning, and after that he really settled down. And he admitted it. He was very jittery, and then just went out there and took a breath.
0-2 delivery, grounded right to third. Easy play for Callaspo. His throw right on the money. Couple of ground ball outs. 2 away. Jeff Keppinger will be the next batter.
Sometimes I hope just take a deep breath, as Schugel said.
Yeah. So he's set down the first 2 with that good sinker. He will throw a sinker. He'll throw a slurve, kind of a cross between a slider and a curve, and he also will utilize his changeup. But when Schugel's going right, he'll get a lot of ground ball outs, and so far that's what he's done against the first 2 batters. Here's the pitch, and that one is low and away. It's 1 ball, no strikes on Keppinger.
Keppinger, one of those almost, I don't want to say unknown, but not a big name free agent that ended up cashing very well here this past winter.
He did. He's an underrated player. He had a nice year last year with Tampa Bay.
He did.
At 325 last year. White Sox are his 4th team in the last 3 years. And the 7th major league club or organization, if you will, that he has been with in his career. So he's moved around. It's a pitch he checks on, and they say he was holding. 1 ball, 1 strike to count.
Well, he hasn't disappointed this spring, hitting close to 500. And batting third here in this spring training game.
Right-hander against right-hander. 2-1 pitch. Lined into right. He'll keep up his hot hitting. That's a 2-out single. So Keppinger does just what the Angels' number 3 batter Albert Pujols did in the top of the inning. Get a 2-out hit to keep the first alive for Chicago. And Adam Dunn will be the next batter.
Big Country is back.
So Dunn, the AL Comeback Player of the Year last year, will step up to the plate. And the first pitch, he takes that one low and away for ball one.
Take a quick look at the Angels' big shift here around the infield with Howie Kendrick playing in short right field. Indication that the season is getting closer.
Schugel is ready. Here's the pitch, and that one is in there for a called strike. A.J. Schugel, his father Jeff, a pro scout for the Angels. Schugel played infield in college. He did some pitching. Here's the next delivery. There's a swing and a miss by Dunn, and now Schugel has him down in the count. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
The day that Kendrys Morales had the famous leap at home plate and fractured his ankle. After that game, Schugel was thrown a bullpen for the Angels at Angel Stadium as part of his pre-draft tryout.
Had a workout at the Big A. There's one that's a little bit low, 2-2 the count. Speaking of players working out before a June draft, I'll never forget the time we saw Mark Trumbo come to the Big A when he was still in high school.
It's
just finishing his senior year, and boy, he was hitting them out to the rocks. And you know what, he was 18 years old, and you thought, wow, who was that guy? And sure enough, we inquired and found out, and the Angels drafted him, and the rest is history. He became an all-star last year. The 2-2, swing and a miss, struck him out, and the inning is over. Nice inning for A.J. Schugel. He sets down 3 of the 4, gets his first strikeout. In the inning, no runs, they had a hit. No errors, they leave one on. No score after 1. We go to the second here in Glendale. Scoreless on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. First batter up for the Angels as we start the second inning. Howie Kendrick, and the first pitch he takes it for strike 1. Scoreless game here in Camelback Ranch, Glendale, Arizona. Next pitch, and that one taken again by Howie, and that one evens up the count. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
The Angels come into this game hitting .310 as a ball club and a .372 on base percentage.
Howie swings at the pitch and fouls it back to the screen, so it's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Kendrick.
But only a 7-17 record and a 6.96 team ERA. And Howie Kendrick in very good company with some spring players that have been mighty hot.
Here's the 1-2. That one moved him off the play a little bit. It came up and in. 2-2 the count.
So the Seattle Mariners already have 50 home runs.
Wow.
Huh? including Kendrys Morales, who has 6 of them.
Yeah, he's having a very good spring for his new club. Here's the 2-2. That one is up and in again on Howie. And so now the count is full. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Mentioning that Seattle home run total. The Angels, the string of, well, they're half of that. The Angels have had 25. Here's the next pitch, and it's up and in. Ball 4. So Floyd kept working Kendrick in. He didn't go after them, and he is on with the leadoff walk.
Talking about Angels home runs, what a display we saw the other night in Surprise. 4 home runs in 1 inning. 5 total for the Angels against the Texas Rangers.
The Angels were unable to hold on in that ball game. The relievers the Angels have brought here today, more in the big league category. We have Burnett, Sean Burnett, the left-hander here today. Kevin Jepson is slated to pitch. David Carpenter is fighting for a spot in the Angel bullpen, slated to go. And Mitch Stetter, who has had experience at the big league level, another left-hander on the board to pitch today for the Angels. At the plate is Callaspo. He takes the first one. It's in there for a called strike.
Which means also that the guy on the mound, Schugel, because he has been pitching down in minor league camp, has been stretched out. So hopefully he can give the Angels a good 5 or 6 innings and have those bullpen slots be settled for today.
Here's the next delivery. That's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike on Alberto Callaspo. Callaspo has gotten hot here in the last few weeks of the Cactus League. His batting average just a little under 350.
Alberto came in a little heavy into camp. He has also lost a few pounds.
Pickoff toss over to first base. That one had Alfredo Griffin jumping over there, Jose. He thought that one might get away from Big Country, Adam Dunn.
Well, he knows it's Adam Dunn, too. So.
Yeah.
Never know with the glare of the fans and bright sun here today.
Howie continues to get a good lead off of first base. Here's the next pitch, and Callaspo pops it up on the first base side. Foul territory, playable near the coaching box. Dunn will make the grab, and that will be out number 1. Chris Iannetta will be stepping up. Iannetta is one of 6 Angel batters in this lineup who are all hitting over 300. He's hit 381 this spring. Floyd working from the stretch. Tossed over to first base. Kendrick dives back to the bag safely. Kevin Floyd is a former first-round pick. You have to go back to 2001 when he was selected in the first round by the Phillies. He was the 4th player selected in that draft. He's always been kind of a hard-luck pitcher. The guy has good stuff. Pitch on its way, and it's hit well into left center field. He put a charge into that one out in left center field, and that ball is out of here. Iannetta's 2nd home run this spring. Angels get the early lead up 2-0.
Chris Iannetta has been telling me how comfortable he feels on where his swing is. Everything from the way he's tracking the ball to the lower leg kick and getting that leg down on time. He just has his hands, his rhythm, and the swing straight right through the zone with some pop. That was a good description there. It was short and powerful.
So at the plate now, dropping down a bunt is Peter Borges out in front of the plate. The throw's late by the catcher Flowers. So the Angels go deep, and then they drop one, maybe 10 feet or so in front of home plate. That's a hit as well. Borges, that was a smart idea, and it worked.
It sure did. He was able to deaden that ball by bunting it off the end of the bat, and it helped. It was a cut fastball. That pressure, you can put it on so many ways with this Angels lineup. And we're seeing it.
So here's Trout stepping up. 1 out in the inning, 1 on, 2 in, 2-0 Angels. Trout struck out his first time up. Floyd delivers, and Trout, showing signs of bunting, takes one outside. It's 1 ball, no strikes.
Twice today, Mike Trout has shown bunt, trying to bunt for a base hit. Part of the plan. And somebody in the dugout might have told him or before the game, hey, let's take today to work on this.
Infield at double play depth. The third baseman Keppinger is in a foot or so. He's on the grass. There's Trout bunting one foul. Rolls over to the White Sox dugout on the first base side. We talk so often here in spring training how the coaches like sitting out of the dugout to watch the action. That's not the case here. But there is a little area in the dugout where you see the folding chairs, and that's where Mike Scioscia's brain trust are taking in the action.
Even though we have seen him do it out here, too.
Right. Toss over to first, and Borges diving back safely.
It's dangerous. Be sitting out there, exposed. That close to the action at home plate and late swings and foul balls, all that stuff.
Floyd is ready, has the sign. And the pitch. Trout showing signs of bunting, takes that one for a called strike, so it's now 1-2.
And the same pitch he took first at bat when he tried to bunt, and he's never been known as a great bunter. He's a fair bunter, but let's be honest, how many times has he had to bunt, even for a base hit?
1 ball, 2 strikes on Trout. Borges looked like he might be on the move, and then he hustles back to first base as Trout was taking that pitch in the snap throw pretty close over there at first, but Peter got back.
Last year when the Texas Rangers were in town, one of those times manager Ron Washington was doing this lap around the field, and Mike Trout was out there in the early bunting session, and we're asking Ron Washington about Trout. Is there anything this guy can do? And he goes, I'm trying to find something, but what is it? So he goes, hey, I saw him fail a few bunt attempts earlier.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Here's the pitch, and he tried to hold up on that one. It's going to get him. Struck him out. Trout knew it. He saw Patrick Mahoney, the home plate umpire, starting to raise that right hand for strike 3, and Trout just kind of nodded, yeah, he got me. So that's out number 2. Eric Ibar will be the next batter.
You don't see Mike Trout do that very often, where his backside is absolutely pulling after the third base dugout.
Ibar 0 for 1, a bunt try that he hit back toward the pitcher his first time up last inning. There's a toss again over to first, and Borges is back. Floyd has a reputation of not holding runners, so we've seen him make a lot of throws over there since Peter's gotten on. We'll see if he tries to steal a base on him. Not going into pitch, line foul, back to the seats down the right side. 0-1 is the count. Eric Ibar missing some of spring training here in Arizona. Member of the Dominican Republic World Baseball Classic Championship team.
Have to play against a teammate in that team, Alejandro De Aza, who was in center field for the White Sox.
There's a toss over to first, and Borges just danced back safely. That was a pretty good pickoff throw there. By
yeah, he does have a good one. The thing is, when he gets going to home plate, there's not a lot of variety to his move, but he does a good job just holding enough runners, because there was only 12 attempted steals last year, even though 8 of them were successful. You know, it's not like they try to run 30, 35 times on him.
Right.
And that's what Brzezinski catching most of the time last year.
Floyd's next pitch slapped to the shortstop right at Ramirez. He decides to go to first, and the throw is there in plenty of time. The inning ends on a 6-3 ground out. Angels get a pair thanks to the Iannetta home run. 2 runs on 2 hits. Also a walk in the inning. No errors, and the Angels lead 1. Bottom of the second is next here in Glendale. The Angels have a 2-0 lead on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. Fans, don't forget Friday night Music Garden concerts are coming back for another year. Great performances at the Big A. Every Friday night home game throughout the season, the Big A will host live pregame music from local bands in Gate 1, the Music Garden. For more information and to submit recordings, visit angels.com/band. So A.J. Schugel working now with a lead. It's 2-0 Angels as we go to the bottom of the second. He'll face Konerko, Viciedo, and Wise. Here's the first pitch, and it's hit sharply third base side. Nice stop though by Cayaspo. Gets up, throws, and gets him easily at first base. We've seen Cayaspo make some gems here the last few days, and that's another one that you can put some stars over.
Yeah, Cayaspo has been on his game pretty much here the last couple of weeks of spring training. Well-rounded all the way. With the bat, with the defense. Outstanding focus, anticipating plays, and playing well to positioning to depending on who's on the mound. Sometimes this kid right here is underrated by many around baseball.
Here's Viciedo batting. He takes one for a called strike.
Part of the reason is, Terry, he's about 6'4", 220.
Yep. Here's the next pitch, and that one misses low. Schugel looks like he has that sinker working. They've been beating the ball into the ground here in the first couple of innings. And the next pitch, that one is waved at and missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
He was just a much different pitcher than we saw the first time out when he was so nervous and trying to overthrow everything as expected. I mean, just relaxed, very simple mechanics, and nice flow to his arm.
And the next delivery, it's a ball that's hit well into center field. Going back and not able to get to it is Borges. That ball's out to the wall in dead center. And stopping at second base with a 2-strike double straight away is Viciedo.
He's got that machete chop right here. Goes down and gets a pretty good pitch. Very dominant top hand, and he's learning more and more that even though you can be dominant with your top hand as a hitter, still don't give up on the outer half. Could be late and still be top hand dominant and slap the ball just like that.
So the batter now is the veteran reserve outfielder Dwayne Wise. He's getting a start today. He's a left-handed batter, 35 years old, and he takes that one low. 1 ball, no strikes on Wise. One out, one on. 2-0 Angels here in the second. Next pitch from Schugel. That sinker right in there for a called strike. After Wise, the catcher Tyler Flowers will be batting. He figures to be their #1 catcher this year after all the years Brzezinski was here. Here's a ground ball bounced on the right side. Howie has it. His throw gets Wise by plenty. Viciedo moves over to third. He's there with 2 outs. And here's Flowers. Flowers, a right-handed batter. He hit only .213 last season in limited action for the White Sox. He's had a good spring. He's batting .324. So we'll see if Schugel can prevent that runner from scoring. 2 outs, runner at third. Here's the pitch on Flowers. He fouls it off to our right. Back and out of play. No balls, 1 strike to count. Schugel set. Here's the next pitch. And he came in with a breaking ball there. That was in there for a called strike.
Nice reaction there by his catcher, immediately complimenting him. Chris Iannetta working well here with a youngster. Tight spot. Give it your best here during this at-bat.
So he's way in front on him. 0-2. Here's the next pitch, and that one's tapped foul right behind the plate.
It's good to see Iannetta. After every pitch, he is motioning or gesturing something to Schugel. It's another way of communication and making sure the young player feels comfortable, and you put him at ease as a veteran catcher. Little feedback after pitches.
Still no balls, 2 strikes on Flowers. Schugel's next delivery got him looking, struck him out as he froze Flowers, and the inning is over. In the inning, no runs. They had the 1-out double by Viciedo. That was the only hit, no errors, and he is stranded at third base. 2 in the books. The third is next. 2-0 Angels on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. Fans, don't forget, opening night at the Big A is right around the corner. That'll take place on Tuesday, April the 9th. The Angels will host the Oakland A's that night at Angel Stadium. Fans in attendance receive a wall calendar, courtesy of Smart and Final, while supplies last. To purchase tickets, visit the Angel Stadium ticket office or angels.com. So we go to the third. Albert Pujols will lead it off. And the first pitch on the Angels DH this afternoon. He takes it for a called strike. Pujols singled back in the first inning. Hamilton and Trumbo will follow. 2-0 Angels here in the third. And the next delivery, that's in there for a called strike, so it's 0-2.
So the reaction there, Albert did not see the ball very well. We're talking about that see-through mesh netting over there in center field's a batter's eye.
0-2 on Albert. He waves at that one and pops it up down the right field side. A long run for Wise. He is in foul ground. He's unable to get to it. It drops out of his reach in foul territory, so it's still 0-2. After today, the Angels will have just 2 more games remaining. And it's pretty much a definite, Jose. We will not see many regulars or any for the game Wednesday. Although in that ball game Wednesday, the Angels will be pitching C.J. Wilson. We'll see how many regulars play in the game tomorrow night as well for the Angels. The night game against Arizona.
The chances of seeing regulars is going to be better for tomorrow's game if it was a day game. Very typical for managers around the big leagues to have the regular players a little more rested for the upcoming series before heading into the regular season.
Here's the 1-2. Pujols rips one foul down the left side. That ball close to home run distance, but a long strike down the left side.
So again, Tommy Hanson will be pitching tonight at 6 o'clock game back at Tempe Diablo in the AAA game.
Here comes the 1-2. Lined into right center. That'll fall in for a 2-strike single. Pujols is 2 for 2. Didn't try and do too much with that one. Went with that pitch and drops it into right center for a leadoff hit.
Well, that's what Albert does when he is on now, because he didn't see that previous pitch before. Well, he stays on it a little bit more. That's just an extra little focus right there. And the focus comes from just keeping his head down longer. And on display today, it's fabulous to see these two guys, some of the best professional hitters in the game. Pujols and Konerko. Special class of hitters.
Here's Josh Hamilton batting. He singled his first time up today, and he takes the first one, a fastball high and outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
Also on display today, the quickest hands, in my opinion, of any left-handed batter in baseball right here, Josh Hamilton.
1-0 the count on Hamilton. Next delivery, and that one misses. That's going to get the catcher Flowers out to the mound to have a word with his pitcher.
From the right side, Terry, I'm going Jose Bautista.
Quick bats.
Quick bats. Bautista with Toronto. Lightning flash. Hands.
He's looking to bounce back from last season. He had injury issues. His numbers were down considerably.
That's a team that is going to have many eyes on them. The Toronto Blue Jays. The big names they have acquired.
They had a very busy offseason. And their season in Florida right now, as far as the Grapefruit League, they actually have the worst record of any team in the AL East. They're 11-16 as Hamilton was fooled on that pitch. He missed it. 2-1 to count.
This where you're sitting fastball all the way. And then all of a sudden, Flowers goes out there and says, there's something else we can work with. Let's do it here. Absolutely fooled Josh Hamilton. That tight slider.
So Floyd is ready. Next pitch. Hamilton waves at that one. And now the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Josh Hamilton will swing and miss pitches, but boy, when he makes contact, look out.
43 home runs last year for the Rangers.
Here's the next delivery. Got a piece of that when he fouls it back behind the plate. Hamilton last year missed on 488 pitches. In other words, he swung at a pitch and missed it almost 500 times last year, the most by any player in the majors. Yet 43 homers, hit 285, drove in 128 runs. The pitch, and he lines that one into right field. That's going to drop in. You love those two-strike singles. How about Albert? He's going to third. The throw is late, and Hamilton hustles up to second base. Well, those two have a lot of power and trying to show they have some speed as well.
Oh, those two making some things happen here in the first couple of innings. Both are 2 for 2 and now showing a different dimension to their game. And Hamilton making a nice adjustment at home plate, putting the ball in play, taking the extra base, and Pujols himself testing not only his knee, but his heel. Looking pretty good.
So that'll be a single, and then with the throw to third, Hamilton able to take second. Angels have him at second and third for Trumbo. Here's the pitch on Mark, and he cuts it that one and misses it for strike one.
Big opportunity here. Situational hitting.
Trumbo has come up a lot this spring, Jose, with chances to drive in runs. He's had only 4 RBIs all spring.
In situations like this that don't require you to even get the base hit, but use whatever the defense is giving you, and mainly whatever the pitcher is giving you. If he's not giving you anything you can handle, you don't have to swing.
Art Trumbo had 95 RBIs for the Angels last year. He's had over 60 at-bats here in Arizona in the Cactus League. 0-1 pitch, that's inside. Angels looking to add on, up 2-0. Threatening to get more here in the third inning. 2-0 lead.
For Mark, even during the regular season, in his first 2 seasons in the big leagues, these are the situations that clearly can add another 10 or 15 RBIs to your final record at the end.
Next pitch, that's inside. We've seen Floyd work a lot of the right-handed batters up and in. Floyd has had 3 strikeouts so far in the ballgame. And he came in averaging better than a strikeout an inning here during spring training. It's 2-1 on Trumbo. The infield is back. Here's the next pitch. Trumbo smacks one sharply, but foul on the third base side. Just foul. And the count level 2-2. Fans, don't forget the 20-game flex plan presented by Farmer John is a great way to see Angels baseball. Select the 20 games you want to see and receive a ticket to Fan Appreciation Day for free. Buy your flex plan today at angels.com/mini plans or call 888-796-HALO. Two and 2 is the count. Next delivery, that's fouled back, and it lands just below us out of play. That one there cleared the high netting behind home plate and got back to the stands. .81 degrees at game time this afternoon. We're in Glendale at the ballpark at Camelback Ranch. Here's the next pitch. Lifted in the air down the right field side. That's tight to the line down in the right field corner. It's a fair ball. 1 run will score. Hamilton will be waved around. He'll score. Trumbo's going for 3. The throw, and he is out. Boy, the Angels, big sluggers really running the bases here in this inning. Trumbo will get a 2-run double on it. It's now 4-0, but he is gunned down trying to stretch it into a triple.
That was just a beautiful at-bat all the way around. Finally gets something he can handle, but the idea was simpler. Not necessarily what he was looking for early in the count, but he was looking for that pitch outside later in the count. Great home plate coverage. The Sluggers continue to get it done. 4 runs on the board, 7 hits already for the Angels. And I have no issues whatsoever with Trumbull trying to make it to third base.
So the Angels get a couple. Here's Howie Kendrick bouncing one out of the reach of the diving shortstop Ramirez and through into left center. Howie's on for the second time in this game. He walked leading off last inning. Callaspo will be the next batter. Floyd has already given up 4 runs here in just over 2 innings of work. And this spring, as he's making this start, his 4th in the Cactus League. He also had a start against Team USA in an exhibition game prior to the U.S. team getting the World Baseball Classic underway. But Floyd has not allowed more than 4 runs in any start. The way he's going today, he might give up a few more here in this one. Callaspo, the batter. He popped out to first his first time up. Swings from the left side against the right-hander Floyd. Kendrick, good size lead at first, not going. The pitch, and that one pops right off the glove of the catcher Flowers. And moving up to second will be Howie. That figures to be a pass ball there. And that's how they'll score it.
Little trouble picking it up, little trouble picking up the spin.
Angels have already had 8 hits in this game from the first 15 batters. Ready to work is Floyd. Next pitch. That's drilled deep down the right field side. Down in that right field corner. It's tight to the line. And it's out of here. A home run. Callaspo hits his first home run this spring. It's a 2-run shot. It's 6-0 Angels.
Well, that was a loud shot by the little man, Callaspo. His ability to torque so quickly as the ball is approaching also allows him to keep that ball fair. For a while, especially early in the path of that baseball, it was thought that the ball's going to be going foul. Look at Callaspo reacting there. And no wind help or anything. He just did a good job staying inside of it.
So the Angels have already had 2 home runs in this game against Floyd. Put 6 runs on the board against them here. And have a 6-0 lead in the third. Iannetto's had the other homer, taking a strike. He's down 0-1. Here's the pitch, and he pops this one in the air into right field. Routine play for Wise. He's under waiting. He'll squeeze it, and that's the second out. The first 5 batters in the inning, all with hits for the Angels. First, Trumbo was thrown out trying to stretch his into a triple. And here's Borges with 2 outs. Peter is 1 for 1 today. Borges got a base hit last inning. And here's the pitch. That one's in there for a called strike.
Peter keeps expanding his offensive weapons, and a nice bunt right in front of the plate got him a base hit the first time up. He's getting a good sense for the feel of killing the ball.
0-1 pitch. A one-hopper through the right side of the infield. Borges has another hit. That one bounces out to Dwayne Wise. Inning stays alive. Trout will be the batter. Trout's had trouble against Floyd. Just about everyone else has been able to figure him out. So that's the 10th hit already for the Angels, and we're only in the top of the 3rd inning. Before Trout digs in, let's pause for station identification on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. Terry Smith, Jose Mota, and Darren Chan with you on this Monday. 6-0 Angels in the 3rd against the White Sox. Trout showing bunt, takes high. It's 1-0.
3 at-bats, 3 times he has shown bunt. This is the day they pick to work on that.
Keppinger, the third baseman, is playing about a foot back behind the infield grass. He's basically across from the bag over there. Next pitch on Trout. He drills one to center field. Going back is Diaz. He will make the catch on that one. Trout got it a little bit off the end of the bat. Still hit it hard. Gave it a good ride. The inning is over. In the inning, the Angels come up with a big 4 spot. Doing it in the inning with a total of 6 hits. There were no errors in the inning. And in the inning, the Angels leave 1 on base. We're headed to the bottom of the third. 6-0 Angels on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. Fans win a 2-night, 1 round of golf and also dinner for 2 at the Fantasy Resort Casino in Palm Springs. You might enjoy your visit there with your 2-night stay. Send a text with the message AM 830 Fantasy to 50352 to sign up. A contestant will be announced daily starting on opening day, April the 1st in Cincinnati. Full contest rules are available at am830.net. Keyword is fantasy, and it's brought to you by the Fantasy Resort Casino in Palm Springs. So we move to the bottom of the third, and it looks like we're going to have a new pitcher in the ballgame for the Angels. Kevin Jepsen will take over for A.J. Schugel, so a job well done by Schugel. Just 2 innings. We'll give you his numbers in just a moment. And now we get ready to see Jepsen work for the Angels. Pitched in a minor league game a few days ago, and he misses low with that one for a ball. The count 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, there's a big outing right here for Kevin Jepsen to prove to himself and especially to Mike Socha that he will be a go-to guy at the beginning of the season, and that he's past that injury.
Here's the next one, and it's fouled off on the right side. Gordon Beckham is batting. He's their second baseman and 9-hole hitter.
The Angels will welcome a good outing from one of their main relievers because it has not been very good lately.
Kevin Jepsen had been sidelined as a result of some right triceps tightness. One ball, 1 strike the count. Here's the pitch, and he misses low and away with that one. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Sounds interesting. 2 pitchers, same spring. Triceps tightness. You can go years without hearing about that.
Yep. This is Jepsen's 4th outing this spring for the Angels. 3 innings of work, and there's a ground ball base hit through into left center field. Leadoff single for Beckham. So Jepsen gives up a hit to the first batter he faces today. The numbers on Schugel, the starter. He went 2 innings. He gave up 2 hits, no runs. He didn't walk any, and he struck out a pair. So it's the top of the batting order. Alejandro Diaza, who grounded out his first time up, left-handed batter. He hit .281 last year for the White Sox, and he takes the first pitch up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. The catcher, Chris Iannetta, who hasn't had a whole lot of time to work with Kevin Jepson this spring because of Jepson's injury. Those two chatting out there at the mound.
You can see that the Iannetta had probably indicated something else, and Jepson delivered the ball home.
One ball, no strikes to count. There goes the runner. Jepson fires the first. Now the relay by Trumbull at the second, and it's going to be late at second base. Boy, Jepson had that runner Beckham a dead duck there off the bag at first, but Kevin decided to throw to Trumbo, and then that took a little extra time for Mark to accept the throw and then try and get it up to second base, and the runner steals the base.
Yeah, you know, there was something going on with the communication or lack thereof, and Mike Scioscia is big on that. You can absolutely sense the Angels skipper's not happy about that move.
Here's the pitch, and that one is low. Is that one of those type of plays there, Jose, where maybe you want the pitcher to kind of run toward the runner?
You, as an
so far off the bag.
As an infielder, all you got to do is say step off. That's it. Step off. You cannot assume that he's watching the runner take off like that.
Yeah, he didn't have to make that throw as fast as he did, and he ended up throwing to the wrong base.
He just didn't know what Beckham was doing.
Right. Here's the pitch, and that one is outside, so it's 3-0 on Diaza.
The responsibility falls more on his teammates. If nobody said something, if somebody said something and he still did it, then he needs to be a little bit more aware of the runner and the situation out there on the game.
Here's the 3-0 in there for a called strike. Alexi Ramirez, their shortstop, waiting on deck. Great to have you tuned in wherever you're listening to Angels baseball, or if you're watching the game with us as well on Fox Sports West. Terry Smith, Jose Mota, and our producer-engineer Darren Chan with you. It's 6-0 Angels here, bottom of the third. The next delivery, it's chopped on the right side. Easy play for Kendrick. He will throw out Diaza. And on the play, moving over to third base on that ground out will be Beckham. One away.
So you want to know about a good feeling for a young minor league pitcher is what Shugo's getting to do right now. Running out there in the track, getting his conditioning in, got a couple innings under his belt, did very well for the Angels. All part of the ritual of spring training. Finish your work and go sweat.
Shugo will head back to minor league camp, and will be a star for a day or two. I'm sure word will filter around about his 2 solid innings today. And he was very good. That sinker was really good.
Confidence builder.
Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. Schugel figures to be with AAA Salt Lake. Right now, as far as young starting pitchers in the Angels system, he's one of the top ones.
No doubt.
0-1 is the count here on Ramirez. Infield is back for the most part, and the pitch that's low and in. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You're going to see some action here in the bullpen, I guarantee you, because Kevin Jepson only made 9 pitches in his last outing in the minor leagues. And keep in mind, he has not pitched all that much here in camp.
He's ready. Here's the next pitch. That one is low. 2-1 to count.
He's already at 12 pitches here this inning.
Kevin looking at that runner at third base, delivers the 2-1 pitch. Popped up foul on the right side, backing out of play. This ballpark here, ballpark at Camelback Ranch.
You see that catch by that young lady? Huh?
Good hands.
Oh, bring the glove and be ready. What glare, she says. You were saying about Camelback.
Right, well, a lot of times if you look back to the concourse area here, there are just hundreds of people, and they're always back there just to get a little shade. You mentioned the glare and the bright sunshine here, and it's not like there aren't open seats, because there's plenty of them, but fans want to move back and get under cover, try and cool off a little bit.
Yeah, that's the way that this ballpark was designed, the way it's facing.
Yeah, it's a beautiful park, but
No
there
doubt.
were some design flaws with the way they have home plate located here, and especially with the sun where it rises and sets. Here's a bouncing ball hit to short right at Ibar, and the throw to first will get him on the play. Coming in and scoring on that ground out will be Beckham. No chance to get him at the plate, so a 6-3 ground out drives in the first Chicago run. It's 6-1 Angels.
There's one where Kevin Jesson's probably kicking himself because his unawareness is what cost the run here.
Yeah, he had that runner picked off, Beckham. So Keppinger is the next batter.
Keppinger has a very interesting stance. Reminds me a little bit of Jason Kendall in his later years and how much he opened up with that front foot. We saw Bill Hall early in camp. Bill Hall, now released by the Angels, also came into camp with a very open stance.
Kevin Jepson set. Here's the pitch, and that fastball had some pretty good zip on it, in there for a called strike.
Here in camp for the White Sox, Terry, a lot of concern about John Danks. Lefty says he has been barely cracking 85 miles an hour.
He's coming back from shoulder surgery, his left shoulder. 0-1 delivery. Fly ball lifted into right center field. Peter Borges is there waiting in medium right center. He'll make the grab, and that will end the inning. But in the inning, the White Sox get their first run. They did it with only one hit. In the inning, no errors and nobody left. 3 in the books. The fourth is coming up. 6-1 Angels on the Angels Baseball Network at Fox Sports West. As we get ready to move to inning number 4, the fourth inning, it's brought to you by Tustin Mazda and Huntington Beach Mazda, located right in the heart of Orange County. So Ibar, the first batter up. He's the number 2 hitter in Mike Scioscia's lineup today. He's gone 0 for 2 with a couple of groundouts against Gavin Floyd. And the White Sox right-hander's first pitch, called strike on Ibar, was backing up the plate. The count 0-1. Ibar, Pujols, and Hamilton. 0-1 pitch. Grounded sharply, first base side. That's a fair ball, and that will be extra bases. Ibar is on his way to second. Just getting to the ball is Wise down in that right field corner, and Eric will stop at second base. He has a lead-off double, and the hits keep on coming. That's number 11 already in this game. Albert Pujols has 2 of those 11 hits. He's the next batter.
Gavin Floyd throughout this journey now of around 62 pitches has looked very good on certain locations, and others, when he has missed, the Angels just have taken advantage of every mistake and hit it hard.
First pitch on Pujols, fouled back to the screen. 0-1 to count.
Well, Terry, they continue to hit like this, and all these regulars will go, Mike, we're ready. Let's go. Get us out of here.
Yep. Well, they might get their wish tomorrow.
A little lobbying here.
Here's the next pitch. That's fouled back. Never know. Maybe Mike Scioscia said, hey, you guys get whatever, 8 runs today and bang out 15 hits today. You can have the next 2 days off. Head back home.
Head back on the I-10. So tomorrow night, Weaver slated to start for the Angels. We'll see.
0-2 the count on Albert Pujols. Here's the next pitch. He pops that one back foul upstairs and out of play. So it remains 0-2.
That's a pitch there that the first inning hitters were not seeing very well, and Albert does a good job just protecting it. And Albert himself had trouble in his second at bat picking up the baseball. And since then, all I notice is his head has gotten a little bit lower.
Floyd has a new baseball ready to come in. And here's the next delivery. That one is waved at. Boy, he fooled Albert right there with a breaking ball, struck him out. Albert upset there. He slammed the bat down in disgust after chasing that pitch. That's out number 1.
That is good pitching by Gavin Floyd. The strikeouts to Trout twice. Trumbo, now Pujols. Same pitch, same location.
So the batter is Josh Hamilton. Here's the pitch. And that one is low and outside. 1-0 the count. Hamilton's had a couple of hits in this ball game. He's 2 for 2. Floyd is ready. And here's the next one on Josh Hamilton. He works him inside. It's high for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes.
Seems like Hamilton's reading a little reminder written on his elbow pad. It was like a quarterback reading his chart on his wrist.
Yeah, the plays.
The plays, yeah.
Here's the pitch, and that one is slapped to the right of the mound. Fielded by Floyd. He'll throw to the first baseman, Dunn. Hamilton an easy out. Ibar moves over to third. He's there with 2 away. And Trumbo has driven in a couple. Has a chance to get another RBI here. Mark doubled last inning, and that came with Pujols and Hamilton on. They both scored, and then Trumbo on his double tried to get a triple out of it, and he was thrown out. The relay throw gunned him down at third base. First pitch on Mark. Fastball in there for a called strike.
For Trumbo, that to me is the best at bat he's had. We've been in scoring position here all spring. Start off one way by trying to get the base hit, pull the ball, and then finish it off by going to the right field line. A couple of ribbies.
Here's the pitch. Chopped foul over on the left side. We've seen Trumbo getting a lot of action in lately at first base. Pujols has been doing some DHing when the season begins for the Angels, and that's a week from today in Cincinnati. It'll be a late afternoon game in Cincinnati. In all likelihood, Trumbo figures to be in the outfield for that series, and even opening night against Cincinnati. Here's the pitch. That one is up and in. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Albert playing first base, obviously that cuts the Angels 1 bat because of the National League.
And we'll see who the odd man out turns out to be. It very well could be Borges. We could see Trout starting in center in that series. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Ball was dropped by the catcher with Flowers, and now he throws the first to complete the strikeout, and the inning is over. Couple strikeouts in the inning for Floyd, 5 in the game. Angels waste the leadoff double by Ibar. That was the only hit, no errors, and in the inning, 1 runner left. We get ready to move to the bottom of the 4th as we go there. Angels leading Chicago 6-1 on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. Depends on Thursday, April the 11th. The Angels will take on the Oakland A's at the Big A. Game time 7:05. Fans in attendance receive a Mike Trout blanket. It's courtesy of Pechanga Resort and Casino. Those blankets will be given out that night while supplies last. To purchase your tickets, visit the Angels Stadium ticket office or angels.com. So as we head to the bottom of the 4th, the Angels bring in pitcher number 3 of the day. Sean Burnett replaces Kevin Jepsen. Jepsen worked last inning, and he gave up a hit and a run. It was earned, and Walker struck out anyone, and now Burnett will be the new pitcher. As Sean Burnett gets ready to work today. This appearance for him, it is his 5th, and he's had a tough time so far this spring, coming back from some back problems. 2 2/3 innings, 8 hits allowed, 5 earned runs.
It's one bad start, one outing, which is bad. Next outing was good, and flip-flop. So it says he feels good about the way he's throwing the ball. He's trying to find more command to his fastball right now.
There's a lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch was a strike on Dunn, and the next pitch is a swing and a miss, and Dunn is in the hole, 0-2.
That's a fastball command he's looking for down there against a powerful lefty.
Here's the 2-strike pitch on Dunn, and he was completely fooled on that breaking ball. Swung on and missed, struck him out. And that is out number 1. That was no contest there.
That was really pitching to a lefty and exploiting every single weak spot there on Adam Dunn. He will strike out a lot, but I like the aggressiveness brought in and the urgency that seems to be in the face of Sean Burnett right now.
Here's Konerko. He grounded out to third his first time up. He's DHing for the White Sox today. He'll be their everyday first baseman. And the pitch on the White Sox captain. He takes that one for ball one. It's 1 ball, no strikes.
He is one of the best hitters in the game. Complete package as a hitter. Over 400 career home runs for Konerko.
He was an all-star again last year. 6-time all-star for the White Sox. And that is a called strike. Konerko is also a gamer. Last 4 years, he's missed a total of 54 games. He's usually in that lineup. Here's a grounder hit the short. Deep in the hole, Ibar. Konerko doesn't run very well, and he'll be an easy out. So, second time that he's grounded out on the left side of the infield. 2 up, 2 quick outs. Diane Viciedo will be the next batter.
Burnett continues to throw the ball well. Good positioning by Eric Ibar. Ibar also took his time, knowing who was running and knowing where he was positioned to field that ball.
Viciedo doubled his first at bat. The pitch, and that one misses for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Burnett ready, and the next pitch, he misses with that one. 2-0 is the count on Diane Viciedo. One of a couple of players on this team from Cuba. The shortstop, Alexi Ramirez, also a Cuban defector, and the pitch. That one is fouled back behind the plate.
Viciedo is one of those guys right now keeping a close eye on his countryman in the talk of camp, Yasiel Puig, who also works out here in this ballpark. Puig is hitting .527 for the Dodgers. Just an amazing spring for another young Cuban that a team spent a lot of money on.
Yeah. Here's the next delivery, and that 2-1 pitch missed outside. It's now 3 balls, 1 strike.
Viciedo himself, when he came from Cuba, was signed to a major league multi-year contract, just like Puig did.
Here's the 3-1, and that one is low. He walks him. So a 2-out walk. Viciedo is on. That'll bring up another left-handed batter, Dwayne Wise. He grounded out his first time up.
Look at the money that Terry has been spent on some of these Cuban players, and there's no doubt the biggest and quickest payoff has been Yoenis Cespedes. They did not have to waste any time in the minor leagues with him.
Right.
And the A's, what a find in Cespedes.
I saw something the other day on Cespedes. He has something like a 46-inch vertical leap.
Oh, go to YouTube and look at Cespedes' workout and showcase,
Right.
and you'll see some incredible things.
Right. Yeah. Fantastic, gifted athlete, and the runner-up last year to Mike Trout as far as Rookie of the Year in the American League. The fine Oakland outfielder. Here's the next pitch. That's way up and in on Dwayne Wise. 2-1 to count.
Sean Burnett, after looking so sharp the first couple of at-bats against 2 very dangerous hitters, he's done in Konerko. Loses track of the strike zone with a walk to Viciedo, and now cannot find it against Dwayne Wise, another lefty.
Mike Butcher goes out to the mound. I have a word with Sean Burnett. Dwayne Wise, who's the batter for the White Sox, this is his second go-around with them. He began last year with the Yankees and then ended up leaving New York, signed with the White Sox, second go-around with them. He's also had 3 different tours of duty with Toronto. So he's a guy that might leave a club, but that doesn't mean he's leaving the club permanently.
Hey, they like him. Toronto and Chicago.
Here's the pitch, and he hits that one sharply first base side. Nice stop by Trumbo near the bag, and he'll put the foot on first base. Gets a little fist bump from Burnett. The inning is over on the unassisted putout. Good job by Trumbo on that one. In the inning, no runs, hits, or errors. They had a walk. They leave a runner on. Fifth inning is next. 6-1 Angels on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. Fans groups of 20 or more can enjoy Angels baseball for as low as $8 per seat this year. Take advantage of the exclusive group hat collection for select series. Book your group outing. Just call 888-796-HALO or visit angels.com/groups. Monday afternoon baseball here in the Valley. All systems go for the Angels as we head to the fifth. It's 6-1. And the first pitch on Howie Kendrick leading the inning off. That's in there for a called strike.
81 degrees at game time and current temperature in Cincinnati, Ohio. 36 degrees.
Wow. Here's the pitch. That one is lined into center field. Coming in and making the grab on it is Piazza, and that'll be the first out. Well, I saw they had another Midwest snowstorm. Kansas City, Indianapolis, Dayton, Ohio.
Columbus was going to get it pretty good tonight.
Right, so I'm sure they got a little dusting in Cincinnati. Cincinnati and Dayton aren't too far apart in the Buckeye State. And, of course, the Angels will be in Cincinnati a week from tomorrow to get the regular season, or a week from today, actually, to get the regular season underway. There's one that's in there for a called strike on Callaspo.
Times it just didn't seem like it's here.
How could it still be snowing, though, in the Midwest in late March? That's crazy. Here's the pitch. That's outside. 1-1 the count.
Yeah, remember, there's been some games in April. There was a storm in Cleveland a couple years back.
Oh, yeah.
A few years back, and then there's been openings at Yankee Stadium where you see the snow flurries coming down in early April.
Here's a ball slapped to short, fielded by Ramirez, and the throw is in time. So retired is Callaspo. It's the second out.
I think last spring was the total opposite. Many Midwest cities were enjoying a nice, warm, late March, early April.
Yeah. I remember, Jose, and it's probably longer than I'd like to recall. But I was with the Yankees AAA club, and we were playing a game in Syracuse, New York one time, and this was in the first week in June. It was a makeup doubleheader. When the first game started roughly at 6 o'clock at night, and you play 7-inning doubleheader games in the minors, it was so cold when that game began, some people were wondering, might we even play? Well, we played the first game, but the second game of the doubleheader was called because of cold weather, and that was in the first week of June. Wow. Here's a bouncing ball. It's hit right to second, fielded by Beckham, and boy, that was a quick inning there for Floyd as he retires the Angels on on a handful of pitches here in the 5th. No runs, hits, or errors. Nobody left. We're going now to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 6-1 Angels on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. As we move to the bottom of the 5th here in Glendale, the Angels are up on the White Sox 6-1. 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Angels. A run, 3 hits, no errors for Chicago. And the Angels will go to the bullpen again and use one of the young pitchers up from minor league camp today. And he is going to pitch for the first time this spring for the Angels. His name is Jairo Diaz.
Diaz is a 21-year-old Venezuelan from Puerto La Cruz. And signed by the Angels as an international free agent August 1st of 2007. Former position player, but his minor league average, 157. So they say, son, let's make good use of that arm and put you on the mound.
Didn't do much with the bat. Last year he pitched at Orem and also Cedar Rapids, and the first pitch is fouled back by Flowers back to the screen. The count, no balls and a strike. Diaz numbers in the minors pitching wise have not been overly impressive. 5.73 ERA in 3 years pitching. That was a pretty good breaking ball right there he just threw, and that's in there for a called strike.
So he's going to get a look according to how well he had been pitching in minor league camp. It's a big day for him.
He's ready on the next pitch, and he misses with that one.
I just saw a couple of scouts look at each other going, what was that? That had to be mid-90s right there.
1-2 is the count. Diaz delivers, and Flowers takes that one for a called third strike. He fooled him there, took something off the fastball, struck him out looking.
We sure did, Terry. So he goes about 95, 96. Then he throws a two-seam fastball. Nice downward angle.
So here is Beckham ready to bat. Diaz has been a starting pitcher since he converted to pitching in the Angels system, and there's a pitch that kind of flicked out of his hand, and that was so wild it went all the way back to the screen behind home plate in midair.
Absolutely overthrew that breaking ball.
So it's 1 ball, no strikes.
That's when he's thinking velocity of the breaking ball instead of spin and rotation.
Here's the next pitch, and he's right in there with that fastball for a called strike. 1-1. Diaz is listed at 6 foot even, 195 pounds. He appears to be a little heavier than that, and the pitch, that's fouled off. I don't think it helps that the jersey that he's wearing is so tight fitting. I mean, it looks like maybe he should be wearing an extra large instead of a large right now.
It's a big man right there. Yeah. There's plenty of arepas with that body.
Yeah. Here's the pitch, and that off-speed pitch got away from him and misses up and in. 2-2 the count. But certainly a thrill for this young man.
Oh, no kidding. I mean, we only see it as, a guy coming, throwing an inning and filling in. This is huge.
Yeah. He's only 21 years old.
He's earned it.
The 2-2. Grounded right out near second. Stopped by Howie Kendrick. His throw will get him, and Diaz has retired the first two easily. Top of the batting order now. Alejandro Diaz will be the next batter.
I can relate to those days as a minor leaguer when, you did get invited to camp, but you play so well, in a period of 10 days, 2 weeks in the minor leagues, and the minor league coaches say, you know what, we're going to get you up there so at least they can look at you.
Yeah.
A special feeling when you're listed to go to the big league side. That's a big thing, man.
There's a pitch that's popped foul on the left side. That one's going to get back and out of play, so it's 0-1 on Diaz.
Got all the guys in the minor league clubhouse, wishing you good luck, man. Tell us what it's all about. Please tell us about the experience.
And, of course, you're hoping to get back there having had a good experience. Yes. It doesn't always play out that way. Pitch was outside. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Then you always hope for that next call. Another day.
Right. Here's the next delivery, and that's in there for a called strike. So young Jairo Diaz doing a good job throwing strikes. He's ahead of another batter.
You can tell he is still a project.
Here's the next delivery, and that one a little bit outside. 2-2 the count. Even though Diaz is only 21 years old, he'll be 22 in May. He's been in the Angels organization since 2008. The pitch, high fly ball. It's hit well in the right field. Hamilton is going back, still back, jumps up, and he can't make the catch. That ball is off the wall out there in right center, and sliding into third base with a ringing triple is Diaz. 2-out triple here in the bottom of the 5th. Well, Hamilton got turned around a little bit going after that one, but he just wasn't able to get up high enough. That ball came close to leaving as well out there in right center.
Diaz, for a guy that really keeps a very loose grip on his bat, has the ability to drive the ball. Very close came Josh Hamilton to making that play. Diaz had 6 triples, 29 doubles last year, and surprisingly 9 home runs for the White Sox last year.
So here's Ramirez. He's driven in their only run with a ground out. 2 outs in the inning. Runner at third. Pitch hits low and outside. 1-0 the count. Diaz set. Next pitch. Fouled back behind the plate. Six runs, 11 hits for the Angels, 1 run, 4 hits for the White Sox. Diaz has a new baseball. He's about ready to come in. His delivery, and the breaking ball missed inside. 2-1 to count. Angels will have a couple of series against the White Sox in May. Early part of the season. First one will be in Chicago, and then the Angels will have a 4-game series at the Big A against them. Here's a lazy fly ball lifted into left field. Should be the final out. It will be as Trout puts it away. And Diaz able to prevent the White Sox from scoring here in the bottom of the 5th inning. No runs. They had the 2-out triple. That was the only hit, no errors. They leave their 4th runner on base. 6th inning is coming up here in Glendale. It's 6-1 Angels on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. Borges will lead things off for the Angels. Angels have a 6-1 lead here against the White Sox. Floyd is still out there for Chicago, and the first pitch, it's popped up not too far from the plate. The catcher Flowers is going to be called off at the last moment by the third baseman. It's Keppinger who comes down and makes the catch not too far away from where Mike Trout was waiting on deck. So Peter is retired. Quick out. And here is Trout, who's gone 0 for 3.
Well, Trout has tried bunting every single one of the previous at-bats. Let's see what happens here. Smoked the ball to the center fielder last time up, but he was put out.
Here's the pitch on Trout, and that one is a called strike on the outside corner.
Just imagine Mike Trout just putting it around the league that he will bunt once in a while. I mean, look at the third baseman Keppinger, just because Trout has shown bunt today where he's playing.
Pitch on its way. It's lined into right center field, and Trout has his first hit. Goes the opposite way. Trout is on a 1-out single, and Eric Ibar will be the next batter. We'll have our Care First Health Plan injury report in just a moment. Visit carefirst.com to learn more about their patients first philosophy of care. Care First, it's all about you. And mentioning our injury report, already in this ball game today, a couple of Angel relievers who had been down for a time here in the Cactus League, seeing some action today, so that was good to see. Sean Burnett worked a scoreless inning, and Kevin Jepson, who preceded him, worked an inning coming back from the triceps issue, and Jepson gave up 1 run in his 1 inning of work.
Yeah, Burnett looked really sharp down and with a lot of zip in his fastball. A lot of movement down in the zone. Beautiful breaking ball that Burnett threw when he struck out Adam Dunn.
Tommy Hanson, who's also had the triceps tightness, he will go tonight for the Angels in a AAA game.
We're doing that game, right?
Well, we're going to go by and watch it. We're not going to broadcast it, but we'll certainly be in attendance for it. Here's a pitch that's high and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
In fact, catching Hansen tonight will be Chris Snyder.
That's right.
Still a close race, for the backup catching position between Snyder and Hank Conger.
1-1 to count on Ibar, who's batting here against Floyd for the 4th time today. He's had a double against him and 3 times up. Here's the pitch, and it's lifted in the air into left field. Viciedo is backpedaling under. He'll put that one away. Trout's going to tag at first base. The throw to second. He better hurry, and he's out. Wow. That's how the inning went right there. Viciedo threw a strike to second, and Trout was really hustling up to second base, but thrown out.
Tip your hat. Viciedo was ready for that, and Trout was taking a chance. It was going to take a perfect throw. Viciedo beat him.
So the inning will end on that fly-out double play. That'll do it for the Angels here in the 6th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. Bottom of the 6th coming up, 6-1 Angels on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. Young right-hander Jairo Diaz in to pitch another inning here against the White Sox as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. 6-1 Angels. His first pitch to Jeff Keppinger. He fouls it off on the right side. 0-1 to count. Keppinger hitting out of the 3-hole for the White Sox. He's had a 1-for-2 day. And the next pitch, that one misses low. 1-1 to count. Playing the White Sox without A.J. Pierzynski, kind of strange, isn't it, Jose?
You're going to get to see a lot of A.J., don't worry.
That's right. Now with the Texas Rangers.
19 times.
Right, just another reason for that rivalry to become even more heated, I guess.
But no doubt it is different. I mean, he was an icon here in Chicago with the White Sox.
Here's the next pitch. It's popped up on the first base side. Easy play for Trumbo. A few feet behind the bag on the dirt. Fair ground. Puts it away. Keppinger an easy out. John Hester is now the new catcher for the Angels. And after that first out, Mike Scioscia is headed out to the mound. And it would appear that Diaz will give the baseball to the Angel manager.
Yeah, Mike has a proud walk out there.
There you go.
For the youngster.
So nice job by 21-year-old former position player Jairo Diaz, who pitched for the Angels for the first time here in the Cactus League. Pitching change coming up, breaking the action. 6-1 Angels in the 6th. We'll take a break on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. Mitch Stetter is the new pitcher for the Angels, and he's facing Adam Dunn. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and that's in there for a called strike.
I pointed out about Stetter. He is pretty much a sidewinder. Comes right at the left-handed batter. And he almost lands outside the circle.
Next delivery, and that one against Stetter, it's fouled off. It's 1-2. This is his 4th appearance for the Angels this spring.
So here's Mike Sojateri matching up situational to see how they can evaluate Stetter under the circumstances here.
Stetter spent a lot of spring training sideline with back problems, a bulging disc, and that pitch just missed. 2-2 the count. Jairo Diaz worked an inning and a third. He gave up 1 hit, no runs, struck out a batter, and here's Dunn skying one into shallow right field. Coming in, calling everyone off is Hamilton, and that will be the second out. Let's pause for station identification on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. Paul Konerko is the next batter with 2 outs for Chicago. He's grounded out a couple of times today. Stetter is ready, and the pitch low. 1 ball, no strikes.
Konerko at one point came very close to becoming an Angel. Also hurt the Angels a lot in the 2005 ALCS.
Sure did. There's one that's blowing in.
John Garland, also one of the heroes of that series against the Angels, the year the White Sox won the World Series. And Garland recently signed a contract with the Colorado Rockies. A major league contract, by the way, after having been let go by the Seattle Mariners as a non-roster player.
Garland coming back from injuries, did not pitch last year. Here's the 2-1 on Konerko, and he waves it and misses that one. 2-2 the count. Paul Konerko is now in his 15th season with the White Sox. 37 years old.
He has hit as many as 41 home runs in a season.
Here's the next delivery, and he cuts it that one and misses it. Struck him out, and that'll end the inning. Stetter comes in and retires a string, and that'll do it for the White Sox here in the 6th. No runs, hits, or errors, nobody left. 7th inning is coming up. Angels have the lead 6-1 on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. opener Tuesday night, April the 9th. Angels take on the A's. Game time will be at 7:05. Nice giveaway item for all fans in attendance that night. Fans will receive an Angels wall calendar courtesy of Smart and Final. Supplies will be limited, so they're available while they last on opening night for the home opener. Purchase your tickets at the Angels Stadium ticket office or angels.com. Here's a pitch in there on Albert Pujols. The count even, 1-1 strike. Gavin Floyd has gone all the way for Chicago. This is inning number 7 for him. A couple of changes in the infield for the White Sox. We'll get to those after the pitch, and it's popped up foul on the right side out of play. Josh Bell has taken over at first base. He replaces Adam Dunn, and Connor Gillespie replaces Jeff Keppinger at third. One ball, 2 strikes the count. And the next pitch, blown away. Attendance today, 8,911. 89-11 here today in Glendale.
Very nice. As you and I were walking into the ballpark, one of the attendants told us they were expecting around 6,800.
A lot of Angel fans are here today. And the next pitch, that one is swing and a miss. Albert down on strikes for the second time in this ballgame.
Oh, got him last time up with a slider away. This time with a cement mixer slider. Slider that backed up.
Strikeout number 6 for Floyd. Here's Hamilton. He's had a 2-for-3 day. Couple of singles. He scored a run. And the pitch, the first one is high. And Hamilton gets set in the batter's box. He likes to lay that bat on his left shoulder, kind of a timing device, just to kind of get in the right feel at the plate. And the pitch, he grounds that one sharply on the first base side, but right at the new first baseman. Bell will flip to the pitcher, Floyd. That's the second out.
Yeah, you talk about Hamilton, and it's all about staying loose. And then over that quick whip action. Great muscle twitch. Hamilton as the ball's approaching.
So the batter is Trumbo. Mark today, kind of all or nothing. He's doubled in 2, and then the other 2 times up, strikeout victim. Here's the pitch, up and in. 1-0 the count.
No doubt this man can hit a ball a long ways and hit some laser shots through the infield.
1-0. And this one he gets under and pops it into center field. Coming in is Diaza. He's there under. He'll put it away. And Floyd has a quick inning against the Angels here in the 7th. No runs, hits, or errors. Nobody left. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark at Camelback Ranch. 6-1 Angels on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Angels bring in another young pitcher. Caleb Graham takes over. We've seen him a couple of times in relief this spring. He's only worked an inning and a third, giving up 3 hits and a couple of runs. So he takes over for Stetter. And Graham will be pitcher number 6 of the day for the Angels. Angels pitching right now. They've held the White Sox to only 1 run on 4 hits. Angels have a 6-1 lead as we begin the bottom of the 7th.
Graham has good stuff. He is out of the University of Central Florida. Signed by Tom Kochman.
And the first pitch, that one there got away. 1 ball, no strikes to count.
Impressive numbers, especially in Double-A. 57 2/3 innings. Only 42 hits allowed. 66 strikeouts. And he averages over a strikeout an inning in his minor league career.
Here's the pitch. That one is cut on and missed. 1-1 is the count on Viciedo. Graham is 26 years old, so he's a guy right now that needs to begin moving pretty fast.
True.
In Double-A last year.
Yeah, he'll be exposed to a higher level immediately this year.
He did get into 1 game in Triple-A last season. Here's the next delivery, and that one's fouled off on the right side, backing out of play.
If he watches delivery closely, he will come nice and easy. Start with his leg kick. Set up, stay over the rubber, and the ball will get on you quickly. A low 3/4 delivery for him.
2-2, and that one he fooled him, waved at and missed. He got him on strike, struck him out. Viciedo is retired. That's the first time the Angels have got him out today. And Dwayne Wise will be the next batter.
Nice whipping action of the arm there by Graham. That breaking ball.
Wise at the plate. Couple of groundouts on the right side. 1 to first, 1 to second. Here's the pitch. That is in there. Off-speed pitch for a called strike. Oh, 1 pitch. That's in there again. A called strike.
And the Angels trying to win their 8th game. That's right. Only their 8th game of the spring. They come in with a 7-win, 17 losses, 4 ties here in camp.
There's a fastball that misses high.
On the road, the Angels have had a lot of trouble here in the Cactus League. A 1-10 record with 2 ties on the road.
There's a pitch low and outside. The Angels last year in the Cactus League went 19-12. Two-two pitch. Lifted in the air into left center field. Borges tracking it. He will make the catch, and that is out number 2. 2 gone here in the bottom of the 7th. The catcher Tyler Flowers will be the next batter. Just looking at some of the recent seasons for the Angels, Jose, here in the Cactus League. 2009 spring training that year, the Angels were 26-8.
I recall that. That was a lot of hitting throughout that whole camp, too.
Here's the pitch. Fly ball lifted into right field. Should be the final out. Circling under is Hamilton. He'll put it away. Good job by Caleb Graham. He sets him down cleanly here in the 7th. No runs, hits, or errors. Nobody left. The 8th is next. 6-1 Angels on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports Web. Number of changes in the outfield for the White Sox as we head to the 8th inning. In fact, a whole new look. They have Stefan Gartrell in left, Brandon Short in center, and Jim Gallagher in right. And Gavin Floyd is in to work the 8th inning here. He's gone all the way for the White Sox. J.B. Shuck is the batter for the Angels, and the first pitch it's in there for a called strike.
Well, here's something you don't see very often in any spring training. He started pitching into the 8th.
Here's the pitch. That one is up and in. Coming into this game, Floyd had thrown just under 14 innings this spring. So in this game today, he's thrown half as many innings as he had thrown all spring. Here's the pitch. Lined into right center for Shuck. He continues to swing the bat. That one's going to split the outfielders and roll all the way out to the warning track. And J.B. Shuck has a leadoff double. He was batting for Howie Kendrick.
Oh, J.B. Shuck is saying, don't forget about me. Yeah, we talked about it in our TV Open today. One of those guys that, before you know it, could sneak and find himself with the team early, where he at least, you know, be a good candidate for an early call-up, especially now without Vernon Wells.
Yeah, he's put himself on the Angel radar screen, no question about it, here in his first year in the Angels organization after being with the Astros in the past. We're going to have a pitching change. Shuck's double will be a knockout blow against Floyd. When we get back, we'll tell you about the new reliever from Chicago. Angels batting here in the 8th, up 6-1. Pitching change coming up on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. Right-hander Nate Jones is the new pitcher for Chicago. He replaces Gavin Floyd. Floyd goes 7 innings today. He gave up 13 hits, 6 runs earned. The runner at second is Property. He walked 1, struck out 6, and surrendered 2 home runs. So Jones, who has a good arm, a power arm, will hit triple digits with his fastball. He will take over in relief. He was in 65 games last year for the White Sox, had an 8-0 record and a very good ERA, 2.39. Callaspo, the first batter to face Nate Jones.
He became a go-to guy for manager Robin Ventura.
And there's a pitch that's missed, and the count 0-1. This is Cole Calhoun, who's pinch hitting now for Callaspo. So Alberto's day is done. Callaspo had a home run today for the Angels. Here's the pitch. Lifted in the air by Calhoun to center field. Backpedaling is Brandon Short, the new center fielder. He will make the grab on it, and that'll be the first out.
The catcher, number 22, John Hester.
John Hester, who came in to take over for the starter Iannetta behind the plate, is getting ready to bat for the first time. Right-handed hitting John Hester. And the first pitch of ball, snap throw by the catcher Flowers to second. Diving back to the bag goes Shuck. Jones is ready. And the 1-0 pitch. That one is in there for a called strike.
That's something that Jones was able to do last year. The more hitters saw him and the more there was a scouting report on him, more in depth, throw the first strike for a breaking ball. As guys started sitting on that fastball, even at the high 90s, at one point he was going to hit pretty good.
There's a pitch that's in there for a called strike. He's
does it again.
Yeah, he's
good pitch.
Very good for them this spring. In fact, he hasn't walked a batter all spring. 6 strikeouts in 5 innings. No runs allowed. 1-2 pitch. Lifted foul on the right side by Hester, backing out of play. Jones, the hard-throwing White Sox reliever, he has kind of an odd delivery to the plate. The way he just before he releases the baseball.
He has a slight pause. And then he's not showing the ball till the very last minute. Slight hesitation there.
Pitch on its way, grounded sharply, but right to the shortstop. Ramirez has it. His throw will easily get Hester. 6-3 on the ground out. Shuck has to hold at second. 2 gone, and it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter here for Peter Borges. Andrew Romine will bat for Peter. Peter was hitting in the 9-hole today, and he leaves the game going 2 for 3. First one on Romine. Right in there for a called strike. Here's the next pitch. Popped in the air into right center field. Gallagher chasing, diving, and unable to catch it. That ball's going to drop in. A run will score. Hustling into second base with a hustle RBI double is Romine. 7-1 Angels.
Pretty good effort in right field by Gallagher. And even better, the effort put in during that at bat by Andrew Romine. Pretty much allowing Jones to provide the power. Just drop the barrel, hit a line drive, right center field. And I think it's good. Mike Sochev has been incorporating this more here the last week or so. It's bringing guys like Calhoun and now Romine. He's done it with Rodriguez. He's done it with Jimenez late in the game, but not necessarily after putting them defensively, but calling them from the bench to go hit for somebody late in the game.
Brendan Harris is going to hit here for Mike Trout, and he takes a pitch for a called strike. It's like Efren Navarro has gotten a bat. He would bat next for Ibar. So Mike Socha getting in his reserves now. It's 7-1 Angels, 8th inning here in Glendale. Here's the pitch. There's one that's grounded on the right side. Good stop by the first baseman. Bell flips to the pitcher. It's in time, and that will end the inning. So nice play by Josh Bell getting Harris, and the Angels are retired on that 3-1 ground out. But in the inning, the Angels end up getting another run and a pair of doubles in the inning. There were no errors, and the Angels leave 1 runner on. Bottom of the 8th is next. 7-1 Angels on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. Angels have made wholesale changes here as we get ready to go to the bottom of the 8th inning. The infield has a whole new look. The new first baseman is Efren Navarro. New second baseman Luis Rodriguez. Romine stays in the game. He takes over at short for Ibar. Brendan Harris is now playing third base. New look in the outfield as well. Trent Olchin in left. J.B. Shuck in center. Cole Calhoun in right. And the new pitcher for the Angels is Mike Sisco, a pitcher that the Angels acquired just a few days ago from the Philadelphia Phillies. Here's the pitch. Lifted in the air into right center field. Chasing after it is J.B. Shuck. He is on the warning track, and he'll make the grab as that ball kept carrying off the bat of Beckham for a long out. One away. Sisco replacing Caleb Graham, who worked a clean bottom of the 7th inning against the White Sox with a strikeout.
It's good to see a guy like Sisco immediately put into the fire here, late in the game, trying to protect the lead.
Here's the pitch from Sisco, and that one misses high for a ball. Brandon Short is the batter, and the pitch, and there is a fair ball just over the bag at third. It almost struck the umpire, the third base umpire, hustling up to second and sliding in safely with a one-out double is Short.
Well, what a shot down that line. A great job by the umpire, too, not losing his balance and keeping pretty much a good view on where the ball was, even trying to skip the ball there. A quick bat. And good reaction by the umpire at third base. Watch out.
That was Adrian Johnson, if I'm not mistaken, the umpire at third base. So here is Ramirez. And so far today, he's gone 0 for 3 with a ground out that brought in a run. One out, runner at second. Angels up 7-1, bottom of the 8th. And the pitch on its way. That one is low from Sisco. I mentioned the Angels got Mike Sisco just a few days ago from the Phillies. And that was kind of an unusual trade that the Angels had with the Philadelphia Phillies to acquire him. There's a pitch that swung on and missed. The count 1-1. The Angels made that deal with Philadelphia, and they did not have to give up a player or cash or a player to be named later. The Phillies just said, hey, we don't have any room for him. We're not releasing him. We'll trade him to you for basically no charge. And there's a pitch that bounces in, and it got away from Hester, so moving up to second is Short. From second to third is
Sisco is pretty much granted to the Angels.
Yep. So runner at third base now. 2 balls, 1 strike. Sisco had some success in the minors in the Phillies organization, but they just felt that they weren't going to have a spot for him anywhere in their system this year. And he had been a guy that they liked, and they felt someone might need him. They didn't want to see his career end, and the Angels said, yeah, we'll take a look at him, and here he is pitching for the Angels today. The 2-2 delivery. Chopped foul over on the left side.
So far he's shown a pretty good breaking ball. Short arm action, everything straight over the top. A lot of guys getting looks from the Angels here in spring. Consider the case of Chad Cordero. We've got a very extended look.
Here's the next pitch. It's hit on one hop to Short. Now breaking for the plate and coming in to score will be Short from third. Only out first base. Romine gets the throw to Navarro to get Ramirez, and they have just gotten another run on a ground out by Ramirez. He's done that twice today on ground balls to Short. So 2 outs, a run in. 7-2 Angels here in the bottom of the 8th.
Well, besides Sisco getting a look today, Graham, A.J. Schugel back in camp.
Here's the pitch. And this one on Connor Gillespie batting for the first time. It is a pitch that misses ball one. 1 ball, no strikes.
Don't forget about Ty Kelly and the job he's done. Jairo Diaz today. Ty Kelly has been pretty impressive.
Yeah, he's had a few saves for the Angels. 2 balls, no strikes, the count on Gillespie.
Young Ty Kelly, 4 games, 2 saves for the Angels. In 3 1/3, only has allowed 1 hit, 7 strikeouts.
Next pitch, that's lined into right center field, and that will split the outfielders and bounce on out to the wall. It'll be an extra base hit for Gillespie. He will cruise into second base. The second double they've had in the inning. 2-out double. And Josh Bell will be the next batter.
First baseman number 25, Josh Bell.
So the Dodgers have announced that they will throw Hyunjin Ryu against the Angels. Josh Beckett and Zach Greinke, the former Angel, during the Freeway Series. It's upcoming 2 games at the Big A. It'll be the next Thursday and Saturday at Angel Stadium, Friday at Dodger Stadium. So once again, Ryu, Beckett, and Greinke lining up for the LA Dodgers.
Here's the pitch, and that one misses low. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. Here's the next delivery. That's fouled off. Backing out of play. The way it looks, the Angels will go Blanton, Vargas, and then they'll assume Hansen.
Yeah, even though it's hard to predict right now with Hansen what's going to happen. And Mike Socha has done it in the past. Well, he'll keep a starter away from that series and keep him in throwing a minor league game.
There's a pitch that's low.
It's happened often before. Once again, Hansen pitching tonight. A AAA game.
Next pitch from Cisco. It's a bouncer off the mound and through into center field. That's going to be an RBI hit. Coming in and scoring from second will be Gillespie. Bellows had a pretty good spring for the White Sox, hitting over 300, drives in a run. And now it's a 7-3 ball game.
That's big for a guy like Josh Bell. One's a promising prospect. He was given many opportunities at the big league level with the Baltimore Orioles and just was not able to capitalize on those opportunities. But to have a good spring, no matter what, he ends up going down to AAA. At least he has given the White Sox a good chance to take a good look at him. He is now turned more versatile by playing first base and third base.
The batter is Konerko. He's still in the game. He's been their DH. This will be his 4th time up. Here's the pitch. Inside, it misses. 1 ball, no strikes. Cisco is pitching for the Angels, the 7th pitcher of the day. We've seen Schugel, Jepson, Burnett, Diaz, Stetter, Graham, and now Cisco. Catcher John Hester just went out. Quick word with Mike Cisco. Cisco is not a big guy. He's under 6 feet tall. Right-hander. Here's the next pitch, and that breaking ball is in there for a strike. Fans win a 2-night stay, 1 round of golf, dinner for 2 at the Fantasy Resort Casino in Palm Springs. Send a text with the message AM 830 Fantasy to 50352 to sign up. A contestant will be announced daily starting April 1st. Next pitch, it's bounce foul over on the left side. You can get the full contest rules for the Fantasy Resort Casino inning at any opportunity you'd like. Just go to am830.net. Keyword is fantasy. It's brought to you by the Fantasy Resort Casino in Palm Springs. Next pitch, fouled back to the screen. 1-2 is the count on Konerko. Angels with 7 runs on 14 hits today. White Sox 3 runs, 7 hits. White Sox have gotten a couple of runs here in this inning against the new Angel reliever. And the next pitch, that's low and away. 2-2 the count. Cisco's 2-2. Konerko with a little number hit the first. It's fielded there by Navarro. He will go to the bag in plenty of time to beat Konerko. The inning is over on the unassisted putout. 2 runs for Chicago. They did it on 3 hits, no errors, and they leave 1. The 9th is next. It's 7-3. Few changes for the White Sox as we go to the 9th. Angels have a 7-3 lead as we enter the 9th inning. The new pitcher is Jesse Crane, so he replaces Nate Jones. Jones worked last inning, came in to replace Floyd after he gave up that leadoff double to Shuck, and Jones ended up allowing 1 hit, no runs, didn't work or strike out anyone. So the new pitcher is Jesse Crane. And his first pitch, that one is low on Navarro. 1 ball, no strikes. Navarro is hitting out an Ibar's spot. Eric went 1 for 4 today. They also have made a change at second base and at shortstop. The new second baseman for Chicago is Tyler Saladino. And the new shortstop is Angel Sanchez. Sanchez was property of the Angels for a little bit during the offseason. Here's the pitch. That one is lifted down the left field side. It's a foul ball. It's going to get back to the seats and out of play.
Jesse Crane has been slowed down here in the spring. He's not been totally healthy, but when he is on, he is an excellent reliever. In fact, this is only his 2nd game of the spring.
He's had a groin injury. That's what's had him sidelined most of the spring. Time called as he steps off the rubber.
And Crane is tough. He'll take the ball. You'll get your strikeouts. Not afraid to go out there and give you, more than 3 outs.
Pitch on its way. That was a good fastball, but it was high and outside, so it's 3-1. Crane will top out around 96. Has a solid slider and curve as well. And he had a good ERA for Chicago last season. 2.44, was in 51 games in relief. That pitch on the 3-1, that's going to be outside. So Efrain Navarro starts it off here in the Angels' 9th inning with a walk. And we're going to see Hank Conger get a bat. And so he's going to bat out Albert Pujols' DH spot. Albert was 2 for 4 today with a couple of singles. Switch hitting, Hank Conger batting. Crane's pitch, grounded sharply, first base side. Great stop by Bell. Puts the glove on the bag to get Conger and then throws to second. It's hooked the shortstop Sanchez off the bag, so Navarro is safe at second. That was a fine stab on that one by Bell. Conger is retired. It ends up going down as just an unassisted put-out for the first baseman, one away.
That was a tremendous play. Great reaction, athletic ability shown right there in display by Josh Bell. From his knees, he made that throw to second base. It throws a little wide on one hop, and the shortstop unable to handle it. Tip your hat. Nice play.
So one out. Luis Rodriguez will be the batter. Rodriguez hitting out of Josh Hamilton's spot. Josh was 2 for 4 today. And Hamilton had a couple of singles, just like Albert Pujols. Here's the pitch on Rodriguez. High and away for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Rodriguez, who was red hot earlier in camp, he's still hitting .275, but that's the lowest his average has been pretty much all spring. There's a pitch that buckles his knees. He takes it for a called strike. Jesse Crane's in the final year of a 3-year deal with Chicago. He'll be a free agent when the season's over. Been a reliable reliever for a number of years. Here's the pitch, and boy, that one was an odd-looking pitch that crossed up the catcher Flowers. So he says something to Crane there. They were not on the same page on that one. That looked like a butterfly coming in, Jose.
Man, Flowers did not know how to react because, as you were saying, too, Crane does have a very firm fastball. That's what Flowers was looking for. And the cross up there with the signs of the men at second base.
2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch popped up foul left side. That's going to get back to the seats and out of play.
So Luis Rodriguez still in the running for a bench spot for the Angels, alongside also Luis Jimenez, who's done a fine job playing a little third base. Jimenez a little first base. Rodriguez has played pretty much everywhere in the infield, including first base.
He has considerable major league experience, Luis Rodriguez.
And because the Angels will not need a 5th starter for a while, Mike Scioscia has considered maybe taking an extra bench player, especially for the first series against the Reds. A lot of things still been tossed around.
2-2 pitch. Grounded foul right over by the White Sox dugout. The Angels will have 3 off days in April, the opening month of the regular season. And I believe a balk has just been called on Crane. Sure enough, that's the call. So that will allow Navarro to move up to third. And he is there with 1 out here in the 9th. The Angels have a 7-3 lead. They've doubled up the White Sox hit-wise, 14-7. 2-2 pitch. Low. The catcher smothers it. Flowers. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Infield in, contact play figures to be on with 1 out, a runner at third. The next delivery, it's grounded on the first base side. It's a fair ball. It hops right over the bag. Rodriguez has driven in the Angels' 8th run. He's headed for second base, and he will stop there with the double. And now the Angels have an 8-3 lead.
Well, there have been some hot shots hit down that line. against Crane. First one, of course, Hank Conger getting robbed by Josh Bell this time. Luis Rodriguez did a good job going deep into that at bat and having a pretty good idea of what fastball velocity was like against Jesse Crane.
Trent Olchin is the batter. He's hitting out at Trumbo's spot. This is his first time up. Mark went 1 for 4 today with 2 RBIs. Pitch on Olchin, left-handed batter. He takes that one for ball 1. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Olchin this spring for the Angels, 5 for 15. That's a .333 batting average. Here's the pitch, and that one is in there for a called strike. Olchin recently sent back down to minor league camp, but up for the game today. Crane is ready. Here's his 1-1. That's on the outside corner. In this inning, a leadoff walk, a ground out, a balk moving the runner to third, and then the double by Rodriguez bringing the runner in. Crane delivers. There's a liner that's hit into left field, and that one is going to split the outfielders and roll all the way out to the 380 sign. Olchin is driven in a run. He's not going to stop at second. He's headed for third. He dives into third base, and he is there safely with an RBI triple. 9-3 Angels. And you can hear all the applaud here. The Angel fans have stuck around, and they were reacting to that RBI triple from Olchin to extend the lead.
Did a good job of hitting. We were just talking about guys hitting shots down that line, and the left-handers turning on Crane's fastball. And this time Olchin allows all that power to come from Crane. Fastball away, just throws a bat out there. And he's a nice gapper. Angels bats continue to be loud. 16 hits already.
And the next batter up for the Angels is Shuck, and there's a ball that took a funny hop right there. That's going to drive in another run, hit on the right side. Angels put their 10th run on the board there, courtesy of J.B. Shuck.
Ball hit very sharply once again, and Josh Bell caught in between in this hard ground here in the desert.
They're going to give Bell an error on that one. There will be an RBI. The runner would have scored whether he made the play or not. So batting now for the Angels is Calhoun, and he takes the first one for a strike. 10-3 Angels here in the 9th. Crane ready. Here's the pitch. That's waved at and missed by Calhoun. He was fooled. He's in the hole. It's 0-2. Cole's first at bat came last inning, and he flied out the center. The error in the inning by Bell, the first error on either side in this one. And there's a swing and a miss by Cole Calhoun, and he goes down on 3 pitches. He did not have a good at bat there against Crane. That's the second out. John Hester will bat. Hester, since coming in, he's been up once with a ground out, 0 for 1. Angels will take at least a 7-run lead to the bottom of the 9th. And there's a pitch in there for a called strike. Hester hitting under 200 this spring for the Angels. 0-1 pitch. That's low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, the Angels have made Jesse Crane work a lot, and there's nobody warming up in the White Sox bullpen. But the substitute players have pretty much continued what the regular players set up for them.
Yeah. doing a good job. Here's the pitch. Low. 2-1 the count. Next delivery on Hester. That's a low liner. It's going to go through into right center field for a base hit. Hester is aboard with a 2-out single. Stopping at second base is Shuck. Andrew Romine will be the next batter, and it looks like that will be a knockout blow here against Crane as they are going to go to the bullpen. So they have seen enough. He has struggled here. He hasn't pitched much for them this spring because of the groin problem, and Robin Ventura will go out and make the change. So breaking the action, a pitching change here in the ninth. We get back, the Angels still batting, leading the White Sox 10-3 on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. New pitcher for the White Sox, the former Dodger Ramon Troncoso. He was with the Dodgers 2008 through 2011. He pitched last season AAA in the Dodgers organization, where he really struggled, and he was kind of looking for a job after last season ended, and he signed a minor league deal with the White Sox. He has done a good job for them this spring. Here's the pitch, and the first one is in there for a called strike on Romine. Troncoso is appearing in his 12th game. 1-0 record this spring for Chicago. 1 save and a 3.27 ERA. With that said, opponents are hitting .340 against him. And the pitch, that one missed high.
Very unusual way of setting up Troncoso from the stretch. Practically when he is set with his hands down near his belt, his back is facing the hitter.
He's ready. And the 1-1 rounded by the mound and through into right center field. That's going to be another hit and also another run, as Romine, in a brief amount of time, he's only had 2 at-bats, and they've come in the last 2 innings. He's driven in runs each time up. Angels now lead it 11-3.
A pretty solid spring all the way for Andrew Romine, and it continues here.
Shuck coming in on the Romine hit. Moving up 1 base from first to second is Hester. Now the 9th batter up in the inning. This is Brendan Harris. He's had 1 at-bat since coming in. This is his second. He's 0 for 1. Right-hander against right-hander. The pitch. And that is in there for a strike. That run which just scored will go against Crane, who's now allowed 4, but they will not all be earned against him. Crane gave up 3 hits in 2/3 of an inning. He also walked a batter, struck out 1. Here's the pitch outside. Big offensive day for the Angels. Double digits in hits and runs. 11 runs, 18 hits. Angels with a couple of home runs in this ball game. Iannetta and Callaspo with the homers. Good production out of the bottom third of the batting order today. 1-1 pitch. It's skied in the air into shallow right center. Short is under. The center fielder, he'll put it away, and the inning is over. The Angels have a long top of the 9th inning, and they end up scoring 4 times in the inning. Did it with a total of 4 hits. Also a walk in the inning, 1 error, and the Angels leave it there. We're headed to the bottom of the 9th. It's all Angels today here in Glendale, up 11-3 on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. Angels will use another pitcher, and there have been a lot of them today. David Carpenter will be coming into this ball game as he tries to get the final 3 outs. He replaces Mike Sisco. And Carpenter becomes pitcher number 8 this afternoon for the Angels. First batter he faces is Stefan Gartrell, and he taps that one foul right near the plate. No balls, 1 strike to count. Carpenter is trying to win a spot in the Angels bullpen, and he has a legitimate shot of doing that coming out of spring training. Numbers on David Carpenter this spring. This appearance, it's his 11th. So Mike Scioscia has taken a long look at him. His ERA is 3.86, and the pitch that's waved at and missed. 0-2 is the count on Gartrell. Right-hander against right-hander. The 0-2 pitch way outside, misses low. Jose is headed downstairs to get ready for the post-game show. He'll have a visit with Angels manager Mike Scioscia. We'll have that for you right here on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. The pitch bounced on the third base side, and that ball looked like it hit the bag. It took a weird hop and will skip it down into left field, and that'll be a base hit. So Harris was ready to field it, and then the ball took the crazy bounce on him. Had no chance then. Jim Gallagher will be the next batter. This is his first time up. He's sitting out a Dwayne Wise spot. Gallagher will swing from the left side against the Angels right-hander. Here's the pitch. He goes after the first one and fouls it off over by Tyler Flowers, the catcher, who's caught the entire ball game. He's waiting on deck for his 4th at bat. 0-1 is the count. Carpenter set. And he delivers. And that pitch misses for a ball. Let's pause for station identification on the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West. One pitch, and he missed for a ball. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. No outs. We're in the bottom of the 9th. The Angels have a comfortable 11-3 lead here against the White Sox. Next pitch, and that one is fouled off. Gallagher tipping it foul right by the plate. 2-2 the count on him. No Angel pitcher has pitched more than 2 innings today, and that's one of the reasons why the Angels are on their 8th pitcher of this game. Here's the 2-2, and that's a good-looking off-speed pitch. He fooled him right there, swung on and missed, struck him out. That's the first out. Angels pitchers have had some strikeouts in this game. That's the 7th. Here's Flowers getting ready for his 3rd at bat, or 4th at bat. He's 0 for 3 right now. And the pitch, he fouls that one off over on the left side near the Angels dugout. David Carpenter, sinker, when he's going right, he'll get ground ball outs. He has a slider. We've seen that here since he's taken over in this 9th inning. He's thrown that pitch a few times, and he'll throw a changeup. Here's the 0-1, and that's cut on a miss by Flowers. 0-2 the count. The White Sox figuring on having Flowers be their #1 catcher. They like what he brings to the table as far as handling a pitching staff and also his defense behind the plate, but he's a guy who hasn't hit much in the majors, and that is the knock on him as he swings and misses. Got him on a slider, struck him out. And that is the 3rd time he has struck out today. So that's out number 2. 1 more to go. The new second baseman, Tyler Saladino, will bat. This will be his 1st at bat, hitting out of Beckham's spot. He went 1 for 3 today. Saladino is a right-handed batter. Carpenter ready, working with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. First pitch cut on and missed. 0-1 the count. I was mentioning Flowers, their catcher who struck out, and last year is the backup behind Przinsky with the White Sox. He hit .213, and he's only a career .205 hitter. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Came right back with a slider. Saladino is deep in the hole. The White Sox are down to their final strike in this ballgame. Saladino's had 3 hits for Chicago this spring. Young player. Only had 7 at bats. He's in the hole, 0-2. Carpenter ready, his pitch, and that one just missed. Carpenter trying to strike out the side here in this bottom of the 9th. Angels back on the road for a night game tomorrow. That'll be against the Diamondbacks. Jared Weaver against Ian Kennedy. Here's the 2-strike pitch. Saladino checking the swing on that one. They say he held up. 2-2 the count. David Carpenter eyes the target to Hester, the 2-2 pitch, and Saladino just got a piece of that one, fouling it off. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Saladino, a native of San Diego. Here's the pitch. He lifts one in the air and hits it well into left field. Going back is Olchin, still going back, and that ball is gonna get out. He homers into the Angels bullpen here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning on a 2-strike pitch. So a couple on that 2-run homer, and the Angel lead now at 11-5. Carpenter was so close to getting out of this bottom of the 9th without any damage, but he gives up a home run ball. Brandon Short will be the next batter with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. First pitch, missed for a ball, 1-0. Short, since coming into the game, he's had a double his only time up. That home run by Saladino, the first home run today for Chicago. And the pitch, this is chopped to short, should do it. Romine has it, his throw in plenty of time. And the ball game ends on that 6-3 ground out. Here in the bottom of the 9th, the White Sox get 2 runs, and they did it with 2 hits. The home run by Saladino driving in the pair in the inning. No errors and nobody left. So the Angels come away with the victory today, beating the White Sox here in Glendale by the final score of 11-5. With the victory, the Angels record here in the Cactus League goes to 8-17-4. And as far as the White Sox, their record now stands at 11-13-3. Angels come away with the victory. The time of the ball game today, 3 hours, 1 minute. And again, their crowd here today in Glendale, 8,911. Pretty good ball game for the Angels today. Bats were hot. Saw a lot of pitchers work in the ball game. A number of them don't figure to be in the scheme of things for the Angels this spring, but for the most part, the Angels got some pretty good pitching up until the last couple of innings of this ball game. Angels manager Mike Scioscia is getting ready to join Jose Mota. We'll join them in just a moment here in Glendale. Mentioned the Angels used 8 pitchers today. And before we tell you more about them, let's go down to Jose and Angels manager Mike Scioscia.
Thanks a lot, Terry. Mike, obviously a different pitching plan. Did it go according to how you wanted it to go?
Not quite. We did a great job on the mound. All our kids did a great job, and Sean Burnett, Stetter did a nice job. A.J. Schugel looked really sharp, but unfortunately he got a blister after the 2nd inning, and it was just one of those things you don't want to take a chance with a kid right now. He's got to get stretched out. But much better pitching performance on the mound by everybody out there, and it was good to see.
Did you like what you saw from Kevin Jepson and Sean Burnett?
I'll tell you, those 2 guys, Kevin was throwing the ball hard. Sean Burnett got a little out of sync after the first 2 hitters, 2 easy outs, but got it done. This young kid Diaz has some kind of arm and came in there, so we'll be looking forward to see how he progresses through the next couple of years. But I just thought we did a better idea on the mound. We have been pitching a little bit better, but some key guys for us today in Burnett and Jepson had good innings, and that's important.
What was behind the decision of making sure that Hansen got his work in tonight against the AAA players?
Well, he was short last time, only going 3 innings. He needs to at least get up 6, maybe 7 times tonight. It's tougher to do in an atmosphere where you're playing a game if you have a couple errors behind you and a long inning in a regular exhibition game. But doing it in a camp game, you can roll an inning over, cut it short if you have to get a more work-related environment to make sure he gets his work and he gets up to 90 pitches.
And also, we saw Mike Trout try to bunt 3 times today. Was that part of the plan, and would you like to see him try to bunt a little bit more?
Well, I think bunting is something that is part of his game. It's obviously he doesn't do it as much once he was swinging the bat so well last year, but There's going to come a time when he's struggling, or a time when he can turn any single into a double, where the matchup isn't really what he's looking for, and he will bunt. He was working on it. He's been working on it all spring, and he's a good bunter. He just didn't get it down today.
Thank you, Mike.
All right, Jose.
Terry, let's go back to you.
All right, thanks, Jose. The Angels come away with the victory today. Haven't won too many on the road in Cactus League play, but a good victory for the Angels today as they beat the White Sox by the final of 11-5. For those of you who have been watching on TV, Jose and Michael Eaves will have a lot more post-game analysis that's coming up in just a moment. On the radio side, we'll have more from Glendale as well. Again, the final, Angels over Chicago 11-5. This is the Angels Baseball Network and Fox Sports West.